like a quarterback. Pull up to your street, over easy like you ordered that.
Trilla2TV. Y'all know what's going on, man. Shout out to Trilla2TV, man. All that intro y'all be hearing, man. Flag on the plate, man. That's me, man. Big CEO, man. Yeah.
That part. Man, what it do, y'all? I appreciate y'all for tapping back in to Trilla2TV. It's me again, Tony, 3Tymes. I got something about to share with y'all, you feel me? And this time around, I'm going to talk about your boy, Cartel, Trilla2Legit, and Finesse 2Tymes again. So, you know your boy, Trilla2Legit, just got out the feds again, you know, after doing another stint, because he got locked up from a situation with his little chick. And then he had to stay in that junk. He had to stay in that because allegedly Finesse 2Tymes went to the feds and told on that man. He put a restraining order on him and said he felt like he was harassing him. Cause he talking about putting his hand up in his back end. No pun intended. But you know, Cartel and Trilla2Legit trying to reveal everything, and he gonna show you all the paperwork and everything in it.
Hey, we got Officer Ricky paperwork. Hold on, man. You know when Officer Ricky always do his big one. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me go on my other page and share Officer Ricky shit. Then y'all can tag Officer Ricky too and have him to join the line, because I want him to explain why we got this paperwork on his police ass. Why he on here tagging me on Facebook every single day. I'm on your ass, Officer Ricky. Hey, listen, chat. First off, let me give my guy Trilla2Legit on here, man. Listen. So I'm gonna give y'all like a little basis of the story before I show y'all the paperwork. Who Rick snitch on now? Trilla2Legit. Let me get him on here, man. We ain't even gonna wait. Let me get my guy Trill on this mother. Hey, Trilla. Let me get my boy Trill on here. Let me send your message on the line. Work, man.
What's that?
Trilla, what's up, gang?
Here I go.
What it do?
What's the word, P?
Man, so I'm just scrolling Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I seen like some paperwork from a police. You know what I'm saying?
Ricky. Officer Ricky.
Officer Ricky. What's his name?
I can't really say because I'm still on probation, so therefore.
Oh, listen, you ain't even got to say. You can just I said Officer Ricky. You know what I'm saying? And word on the street, Officer Ricky, man, got you sent back to the feds.
For sure.
What happened?
For sure. I got arrested July 7th for a probation violation on a fight that I had with my right. I just would have had to handle that violation by itself, and my bitch ain't come to testify on me, so I would have beat that. I would have came home on July 28th.
July 28th, 2025 though?
Yeah, just 3 months ago. Yeah.
Okay.
So the day before I go to my trial, my revocation hearing, they superseded me with a person. They made it a confidential person went and made a report about them getting sexually harassed and harassed by a certain by me, right?
Hold on.
Now,
what
everybody
does supersede
knows
mean? What supersede means?
Supersede means when they give you extra punishment for your original thing. So I already had my girls charged, so they superseded me with a new indictment, which means the only way to do this, you have to sit down with a federal agent to take a report.
Okay.
So
all the way to do this, you gotta sit down with a federal agent, hands on, like in the room, one-on-one with a federal agent, police, and you gotta sit here and give a written statement report, right?
Right. He made a real report on me. A real report. To get the original report, you have to file for the Freedom of Information Act. But I saw the original report on July 16th. And it's ironic that he did that because that same day he posted on the ground, somebody tell Trilla2Legit, if he needs some commissary, holler at me. He ain't never addressed me.
Hold on, I remember that. So the same day Officer Ricky went up in that motherfucker, he came out with his suit and tie on.
Right.
And then he got on Instagram popping shit, talking about send Trilla to some commissary.
Right.
So that means him and the federal agent had already talked about what they were going to do to you.
Okay, so listen, let pause the story right there. So I ended up going to lockdown in the shoe, right?
Yeah.
It's on my daughter. I don't play with my daughters. The lieutenant of the shoe told me that Finesse 2Tymes, when they released him, when he got knocked in the feds, they released him. He had to come back in the building and get his ID. When he got released from the SIS office. Everybody know when you at the SIS office, that means you in there telling on something.
Of course.
So the lieutenant,
typical shit.
when I was in the FDC the whole time in the county, they treated me like a celebrity. Everybody knew who I was. So everybody knew who I had beef with. The staff came back and told me he was telling on me. So, boom. Fast forward, we go to my hearing. They held a 2-hour hearing. Both my bitches was there.
Yeah.
And my managers was there. My manager was there too. My manager is a full-time street.
Yeah.
Full-time brick, right?
Yeah.
They all came to testify for me. They held, in that court hearing, they held for a whole hour testimony and playing videos from Finesse 2Tymes. Now, the reason why I can also say that it was Finesse 2Tymes, I make videos about Cardi B.
Yep.
Boss Man D-Lo,
Yep.
you, whoever
Yep.
the fuck I'm. They didn't bring up nobody but Ricky Hampton, and they named him by name.
Officer Ricky 310, whatever his badge number is, Hampton. Man.
For sure.
So you know we got the paperwork over here too. You know what I'm saying?
We got the work.
So in case that nigga over here lying on it, so let me tell you about the clown that he doing. See, he on Facebook, but he ain't got no motion, but he tagging me every day. You know what I'm saying? Sit her trolling me with no motion, broke it in the motion. Right now he doing $200 verses and $1,500 video shoots. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, he down to 5,000 and 7,000 for a show, man. He just did one in Bryan College Station for 7,000, man. He just ran off on them people in Dallas, man. Took their money, they didn't even perform.
God, this nigga, hey, he stay pulling cake moves.
Man, he running behind them niggas, man. If this nigga didn't have that little fake ass protection he got, he'd be all the way out of there.
Man, and mine. Let me go over here and show this paperwork, man.
Fuck, he keep walking back there.
Jamal wants you to see him. Come over here, Jamal. Jamal wants you to see him.
I get too much attention.
Look, hey,
I get too much attention.
hey, Jamal, come over here. Man, let me pull up this paperwork down. Hold on, here you go. I'm gonna go slow.
Zoom in on that, yeah.
So hold on. You must hold on. Here we go. Let me start it over a little bit more. Hold on. I'm gonna zoom with my hand.
Yeah, leave that. Yeah, there you go. Boom, it's clear. That's clear.
10-4, Officer Ricky. Special conditions of supervision. Keisha, watch out. Scoot over. No residential component, curfew, home detention.
That's my ankle monitor. I'm on ankle monitor right now. It's on my ankle as we speak because of this.
This the real shit right here. You must not come within 1,000 feet of Finesse 2Tymes, also known as Ricky Hampton. Hello. You. I ain't so police.
Dang.
Hold on. Paperwork party. See, there's a difference between saying you the laws and you, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Actually, hold on. You are required to participate in an anger management program as deemed necessary and approved. Defendant will incur costs and all type of shit. But this the main part though right here, no cap. This right here, you must not come within 1,000 feet of Finesse 2Tymes, also known as Ricky Hampton. So, bro, I ain't never seen a street warrior. You know what I'm saying? A nigga who so gangster, who so tough. You know what I'm saying? Who the laws, but rap about all this street shit.
Yeah. And then, how many times you done call this squabble, man, to stay out the fight, man?
Bro, I didn't call this clown ass 1,500 times. And the first thing I want to do, fight these 762, fight these 556. But regardless, let me tell you this. I'm not a felon. I go in the store freely and buy these chopsticks. You know,
Yeah,
these 7.62, these 5.56s. So
yeah.
you are gonna lose talking about some dope shit like that. You know what I'm
On my
saying?
mama. On my mama.
Can't even be around straps. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Yeah.
make this shit make sense, you stupid. You know what I'm saying? So
And the people around him, they just there for the money. They did the same thing to HoneyKomb Brazy. When the smoke get the popping, they gonna get somewhere. They gonna leave him by himself to kill
on
something.
my soul, bro. I was with this bitch for 3 years and never seen him fight. Now we done had plenty of encounters, but you know the first thing you do when we walk up in the building, we was in Atlanta, right?
Right.
When Scoop and them was out there fighting. Man, told him, jump him, get him. And everybody looking at Finesse like, what you
Ain't
all
no
do?
way.
Y'all get him. Y'all get him. Man, you know, see, he's scared to fight though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm already here.
Bro, I've been trying to put these paws on him legitly for how long now? You know what I'm saying? The first thing, I ain't doing no fighting.
If
That's
y'all
this
was to
shit.
if y'all was to do an event, y'all will make more money than what his career making.
On my soul.
He only getting 7,000 a night.
75. And he been taking 5 recently. You know what I'm saying?
I already know. Listen, I don't listen. Me and you in a whole different game that these people not in, right? We on the gamble side. I'm not leaving my house for less than 20-50, man. 20 to 50, my goal, man.
Easy.
I'm on tour. I'm on tour getting the bag for real. These people out here playing. I got more money in diesel trucks. I got jury on his neck, man.
Mine.
And that shit moist tonight.
Mine.
Yeah. I heard it. I seen it. And his boss shit ain't right too either. This shit ain't right either. What's up with his? Oh, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let me break off into this, bro.
Yeah.
Is still on probation. When you look him up on the BOP website, it say release date unknown, right?
Yeah. Yep. It do say that.
You just got arrested in Tyler, Texas, 3 weeks ago. You supposed to be in jail. I'm editing my video right now. I'm finna put it on YouTube when I get back to the house tonight, right? You can't get a bond in the feds if you got a aggravated background. Nigga, every time I get in trouble, my bitch ass in a dungeon somewhere. I can't come on.
And my nigga Bob been locked up for fucking 10, 9, 12 months now off of a fucking PV, parole violation, off of nothing, off of some, he was just around.
Listen, on federal papers, right now, you can carry a gun legally, right?
Right?
If I get pulled over in the car and the laws make a report and say that you had your gun on you legally, but I was around that bitch, they're gonna give me 2 years violation, man.
100%.
For sure.
100%.
So if him and Sugar got caught in that car and she had or whatever took the case, he can bond out, but his probation officer gonna tell him, hey Ricky, Officer Ricky, badge number 7. He gotta come in. And when he come in, they gonna knock him, man. They gonna lock him right up.
I was waiting in Fayetteville doing a show with the baby, right?
Right.
This clown go on live or whatever platform he was on. After he leaving Dallas, Texas, and then say, I've been outside all week looking for Hustle Cartel. I ain't
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Bro, on my soul. Boy, and he know it. Nigga, I never knew you was looking for me outside in Dallas. Dallas like my
Right.
second home. Bro, I
Yeah.
ran that bitch stiffing. I
For
ain't worried
sure.
about in every hood around that and everything, bro, and I ain't got a problem. And then I'm at every club. Every
Right.
club, I'm a club head, so I'm at every club we outside, bro. And it ain't hard to see us because you know how we come and how we pull it up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We pull up in my shit. Not no black trucks and no shit like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
Yeah.
feel I, I feel bad for Buddy, man, because this man damn near 35 years old getting pressed out. The nigga live in a rental house. His house could fit in your kitchen. No, for real. For real.
Damn, Officer Rick, he got to quit that tough shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Then he come to Arkansas and say, host the cartel, no. He can't come nowhere around me. Arkansas?
Yeah.
What? Must have pulled up to that club so quick, bro, that he never showed up at.
Yeah, that's what I'm finna say. Was he booked there? Was he supposed to come?
Man, nigga supposed to came to that club.
He took the
Shout
people.
out Taboo, the hardest nightclub in Little Rock. You know what I'm saying?
He
Listen,
took
he
them.
supposed
He took them people front in, and he ain't come in.
didn't show up whatsoever, bro. And if he did, And if he did show, he showed up at 5:30 a.m. when we were sleeping in the bed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no cap.
Yeah.
HoneyKomb Brazy, what up, real?
Is he on there? They say he at the halfway house downtown.
HoneyKomb Brazy. You know what I'm
He in there with
saying?
my he in there with, yeah, I'm finna be with him tomorrow. Down there with him tomorrow. He in there with my man. So when I get with him tomorrow, we gonna FaceTime.
Most definitely.
And after all that, after your boy Hustle Cartel and Trilla2Legit went in on him, this is how your boy Finesse 2Tymes responded to them. He was like, man, you can't pull that shit up nowhere in the world. Fake ass paperwork. Want none one of you ninjas pull up on me and I be in y'all city. Y'all clout chasing. Trilla2Legit, I'ma be back in Houston next. Be ready to meet up and crash out. Hustle, I was just in Dallas a week straight. You didn't even post. I was just in your city doing features for 4 days. You was nowhere, boy. Y'all know I clamp y'all ears together. Quit talking about fighting me. When you see me, you gonna have to duck. You should have never played with my kids or my mama. It's past the fight. And y'all lucky I'm on my 3rd perky and can't talk like I want to. So man, you know, you can tell there's some things going on. Some people might say it's clout chasing. Some people might say, you know, if you ever been on federal probation, then you would know Trilla2Legit situation. And you probably believe that it's 100% true, everything that he's saying. So a lot of people may believe that Finesse 2Tymes went in there and made a statement because, you know, your boy Finesse 2Tymes was on federal probation. And he's supposed to stay in there according to the law, you know. But if, you know, everything that Trilla2Legit is saying is true, then that means your boy Finesse 2Tymes is flawed. But some people might say that Trilla2Legit is clout chasing, and you know, the things that he's saying about Finesse is false. You know, your boy Finesse 2Tymes said that the paperwork is fake. You know, and you know, it's something that's hard to shake when somebody start making them statements on you and start trying to blemish your image. You know, it's people don't. Some people, if you're a real street ninja, you don't really care about a rapper's street music no more. They feel like his music is just a gimmick, his whole image. You know, they feel like everything is just like, you know, it's it ain't real, it ain't raw, it ain't authentic. So it's like I don't know, man. Some people ain't gonna give you no benefit of the doubt once the paperwork come out. You know, everybody gonna be like, okay, this is it and this is this. You know, and whatever's left ain't shit. You know, you gotta leave the street shit alone and you know, figure out something else to do because your reputation ain't reputable. You gotta find another way to start generating revenue. But really, you can rap your ass off. If you like rapping, just keep rapping and keep your foot on that neck and maybe something else will happen. But if you really did snitch, you know, I say stop making music with street lyrics and start making music for the women. Because a lot of real street cats ain't trying to hear it. You know, they just know you pretending. And you can really come from that street life and really did this and that. But at the end of the day, your real reputation is capped. You know, it's like, it's facts. You know, it ain't happening. You know, you just gotta, might as well just fall back. But really, you can't really tell a man what to do. You know, I'll just tell you the truth. You know, a man gonna do what he wanna do, you know, but sometimes your colors are shown and the real gonna know what's true. And I just hate it for dudes, you know, cause somebody always coming at them for whatever reason. He ain't even gotta do nothing to him. But people gonna come at you when you headed to the top and they already knowing. But if you do something flawed, it don't matter, you know. You shouldn't have been doing what you was doing. So at the end of the day, it's just better off to just keep it real and keep it honest 100%. You know, and just get it how you live. You know, everybody gotta pay their bills. So dudes gonna do what they gotta do. And you know, just watch your spending because that rap money ain't something that a lot of rappers won't always be getting. You know, sometimes you gotta limit. So you gotta stack up, you know, and find different ways to flip it and put it in some legitimate businesses. Because these dudes out here is coming at your neck instantly, you know. Especially if you out here doing some fake shit. They gonna break you. You know what I'm saying? It's like they ain't gotta physically rob you to take it from you, you know. They out here trying to take your money and take your spot, especially if you hot. You know, this shit don't stop. These dudes out here plotting. But man, you know, shout out to Hustle Cartel, shout out to Trilla2Legit. You know, if they trolling them, you know, they gonna get what they gonna get. Like, you know, it just what you put in the universe is what comes back. You know, like Finesse, you know, his name Finesse for a reason. You know, you out here finessing. You know, finessing your own blessings, you know, and all this stuff comes back and it's what you inherit. You know, I know, you know, I've been a big finesser, you know, I was glorifying finessing. Just like, you know, finesse got this finesse game, me and my homies had the finesse game way back, like 2011 or something like that. You know, it's a lot of dudes was claiming that, you know, we was glorifying the wrong shit. You know, trying to sell somebody a dummy brick or something, you know, or finesse them off some small shit, you know, just whatever. Trying to get that cheddar. And when you young, you feel like it's better and it's what's clever, but really it ain't never what it is, you know. We gotta, at the end of the day, it's better off to do good business and keep your name clean, keep your face clean, and you can maintain, you know, maintain better things and run it up in a heavier way in this game. You know, you can run it up way bigger if you keep it realer, you know, because at some point everybody gonna realize, okay, this man's business is flawed. You know, everything he doing is false. You know, this shit's soft. You know, you gotta you know, at some points in your life you feel like, okay, yeah, I'm getting that fast cash. I'm finna finesse his ass on that bag, you know, and run off, and you know what I'm saying, they chase you like y'all playing tag, but that ain't what it is. You know, it's better off to just do good business and stay loyal, and it'll take you way farther at the end of the day. You know, so think about that. If you still in them streets when you catching them plays, you know what I'm saying, get them right and they gonna keep coming back. You know what I'm saying, you gonna keep getting paid. And stick with that one plug, he gonna show you more love. But that's all I got for right now. I appreciate y'all for tapping back in. The Trilla2TV is me again, Tony 3Tymes. Give it a shot on this video, please.
Oh, I've been paranoid, I got it, watch these niggas next to me. A lot of shit, it been going on, feel like they testing me.
Flag on the place, send that blitz, fuck around for me. Get up out this room, if you scared it ain't gon' stop with me. Keep me cool, don't make me mad. Send a blitz, then that's your ass. My young niggas, they gon' crash. In the mug shot, they gon' laugh. Yeah, it's too easy to spaz, so I'm focused on this cash.